Hi guys, welcome to my channel all about YouTubers 13. Today we're dealing with Armchair Detective, and it's more of a part 2 compared to, well, from the last video which I done on him about his super chats. But we're also going to have a look at some of the averages, what he should be getting, you know, for streams, feedback, subscribers. The ratio's different compared to what I normally show, and just how high or how low is down. First of all, I just want to say I haven't been online really in the last week, because at first when I tried to show you all this data, my plan was to buy a what do you call it, a membership, 3, 6, 12 months, and then, you know, I can filter it, go down further and further and further. But I noticed that there was some security issues. I said that in the last one, if you wanted to watch, and ended up making a video about how you can protect yourself. But lucky enough, everything was okay. What originally happened was, when I did try to sign up, I paid for like a debit card, and I put so much money on and my intention was to pay, because it's anonymous, to pay through that. But lucky enough, I was like doing half on my computer or half on my phone, so it never linked up. So the last week, because they had the information for that card, I've had all my computers, well, both laptops, new and old, checked out, and and I had to find someone who I can trust, and the iCloud, and see whether any of my information's been used or not, and everything's fine. That's why I'm doing this now. The only time was any data in mine could, like passwords or whatever, could have been at risk, was 2 years ago, and basically my information was on a site that must have got hacked or something. I don't know. Do you know, like when they say, oh, Sony got hacked, blah blah blah, but then they sorted it out. It was one of them 2 years ago, nothing since. But I had to check, do you know what I mean? So everything's sound, and lucky enough to, like, that prepaid card, that saved a lot of things, because they ain't got my data, but they have got that card and them details, and what can I do? Yeah, here's my details to give me the money back when I don't trust you either. So it's one of them. So I know what to do and what not to do. But my plan was to buy this subscription, and for the first time, whatever was left, I even mentioned it in the comment, I was going to buy VPN, Virtual Private Network, NordVPN, because I just feel, you know, it's about time now, because to let you know, I don't normally use it. I haven't used it, my channel ain't been big enough to use it. What's the point? Do you know what I mean? I don't put anything on here, but it was getting to that stage, and it was just as that was happening, so I was going to buy the membership for that, plus buy whatever was left, NordVPN. So I'm going to be going down that route anyway. But today we're looking at Armchair Detective and his super chats, and we ended up finishing off on February, so it was the 28th of February. We're going to go back a couple of weeks, well, a week or two, starting off from his last good day before that. Let's have a look. So we're going back here to the 21st of March 2021, so the last quarter of this year, and it was a breaking news: Chris Watt's friend David, full police report, and that day, and this video poured in $150. So, you know, that was that day alone, and the video. And then MSN exclusive LOL AD interview, David's cellmate. So this was all before leading up to that, but, you know, exclusive and breaking news, another $102. It seems to be those exclusive and breaking news. And $28 on 20th of March, and we're going to keep going down, because we did see this until we get to February. But there's a good one there: the secret lies in the basement. So I remember that ridiculous, you know, in the basement, guys in the basement. $55, $60. This was it, 39th. But then we get to February, which should be around, hang on, no, it's a couple of weeks. So I'm just going to quickly go down. If you want to slow your computer down, obviously you can, but we would have looked at some of these last time, and here we are. So starting off the 28th, well, it starts off the 27th, so on the 27th of February 2021, $63. Day after that, $85. Well, day before that, $130. Well, $32. Around down, $64. And it's even showing like the videos what he deleted. So Shannon Watts did not have twins, so Look at these, another one here, breaking news, but it hasn't actually shown for that, so it might be, it would have probably been the one after. I don't know, still sussing it out, this channel. Right, as I started going down, scrolling down then, for some time after that, it just never showed how much it was getting in super chats for that specific dates. So I don't know why, but it picked up again at this date here, so the 15th of the 7th, but going back to, what was it, you know, the 6 months there, what's not showing for some reason. I was starting to like think, is it going to start showing again? But it did, eventually did. So when it started again, it was that $153 on AD solves the biggest, solves the burning mystery, what was in the toilet and the fridge. Wow, okay. Then after that, did he act alone? Guess, so we got a $2 on. That was a bad night, I suppose. Then the next one after that, and he deleted the video. Chris Watts, Jezebel Spirit, AD exclusive, whatever, $55. Going down. No camera around the back, $54. $76. And that was on the 11th of the 7th. So, and then $26, 76, 26. Going down, $41 on the 10th of the 7th, 2020. Tarot reading with Roxy. So, like the breaking news and the exclusive, tarot reading seems to pull in a bit of money around them times. So, then AD silence victims. No, silence victimized. Why? $158. So, it seemed like him saying that, you know, I'm being victimized, actually pulled in his loyal supporters enough for them to feel, you know, let's show some solidarity here, and straight away $158. But as you can see, the one before that, when he wasn't talking about anything to do with him like being picked on or whatever, it was only $4, and that was nothing to do with the Chris Watts case. Look, part 2 on the notorious serial killer Ted Bundy, only $4. So can you see the big difference? $4 on a different subject. Then he says, oh, I'm being victimized, $158, and then it started going back to normal about the Chris Watts. So, well, part 1 of that must have been before here. Yeah, Maxwell, AD and a childhood. So look at all these contributions, how low they are when he's not talking about Chris Watts. So what's this? AD talks about what is love of a person compared to, I don't know, but that was $71. And as you can see, like, you know, it started compared to how it started off on, you know, it's got really, really low when he's not talking. Is this around the time when he stopped talking about the Chris Watts for temporarily? And you can see what it done to his channel. And you think that's why? Oh, yeah, because he said he weren't talking around it for so long. I think that's why no super chats enough to be classed as significant to be put on this website for me to show you for a certain amount of time, because it was gone. But then, you know, just before that, when he started speaking about it, $69. And this year, because look, this is when he moves to Patreon, I think. So yeah, you tell me, was that right? Yeah, look, another tarot reading card. So it seems to be the Chris Watts exclusive breaking news, anything to do with tarot cards, 58. Now a pendulum, $9. But look at all these, as you can see, when he's not talking about Chris Watts, really low. $4, $22. Well, no, it's saying pound. £15. So there you go. Look at all these, really low, very low when he's not talking about Chris Watts. This was the best one he had, and that was AD investigates Stephanie Lazarus cop killer. You know, $110, well, £10 around that time. So it could have just pulled in another crowd who knows about that specific case or whatever. I don't know, you tell me. So then the pings, where are the pings? $9, $1. But this is around the time, yeah, look at this though, another tarot reading. This is why he carried on with the tarot readings. £100, sorry. And another one, Joe the Cap. subs, ratings, blah blah blah. You can see the difference, can't you? Look at this McCann, $7. This is atrocious. This is nothing like what he gets when he's speaking about AD. I mean, about Chris Watts. This was a good day for him here though. $152, hunted. But look at how low they are compared to what they used to be when he was talking about Chris Watts. So are these going beyond them days? You tell me. It's really low compared to normal. $80, and this was on the 14th of the 6th. So what's that, mate? June, July, 14th of July 2020. $80, 36 pound before that. But these are nothing. It used to be every day £50, £100. You know what I mean? Look at them. Look at this now at these dates. Tarot reading. And tarot reading. So this is when he got into tarot reading, and just before bang, being on the Chris Watts again. So I think that tarot reading brought him in quite a bit of money, to be honest with you. This is the first I'm hearing about it and seeing it. Oh, here comes them titles. Breaking news, but it's about Chad Daybell arrested. And inserting Madeleine McCann, £58, £19. So it's the McCann and Chris Watts. They seem to be the big things, but obviously it's the Chris Watts, and you can see why. Oh, look at this, Chris Watts, Into the Shadows. Wow, is this around the time when he started? No, it was before that, wasn't it? So £74 that day. It don't seem like the crowd was there about, you know what I mean? You tell me on these dates. So around May, June, July 2020 this is when he got into the Chris Watts thing, because look at this. Bought him in a £74, even beating McCann, which had done loads of stuff on about that, which was £51, going down. So these are nothing. Look at this, medium again, £31. So we can see why he jumped on this medium. It's proof, it's evidence in front of you. The ID shows proof of a second person walking out of the house, $7. Scott Peterson, $27. I don't even know. Psychic again, $85. Deleted these videos though. It seems to be deleting these psychic videos. I don't blame him. So what date are we going on here? 30th of May. God, is that right? Yeah, 30th of May, £91 on the 30th of May. Then a live tarot recording again on the 29th of May, 62. ID letters, Watts letters, 24. Psychic reading again, £18. Didn't know about this psychic reading, but as you can see, it brought him in the money. £59 there for this. It's all new to me, going down. Memory Day, £4. Tarot card again, 64. Wow. So Tracy and mental health, blah blah blah, £33 on there. So this was definitely before it started doing the Chris Watts, or it was around the same time he started it then, because these are nothing. I mean, £140, and that was one of his best. So it was hardly getting anything. Then the Chris Watts, £127. Chris Watts tape recap from Patreon, world exclusive. Whoa, world exclusive. Blackpool doing £127, going down. Yeah, Chris Watts, £134. And Chris Watts and the tarot reading, hey, 2 in 1, and that's brought him $134. Tammy Watts, $60. So is this the Watts as well? Yeah, is this around the same again? Don't know, you tell me, but $44. So 41. So this is going back. We're just going to keep going down and down, but you can see how it was nothing compared to what it was. So these are some of the things he was doing. Frankenstein, a tour of Gettysburg, £7 off that. AD True Crime Roundup. So nothing. Pops up in AD's virtual bar, £72, 121 for this. £4 what NK was in a cult. £4. Then AD interviews that whoever, £1. £22 Chris Watts. So definitely Chris Watts, breaking news, exclusive, tarot reading, anything like that. But this was when he was doing like before he narrowed it down onto the Chris Watts, and he was hardly getting anything. £24 there, £4 here, £10 there. So you can see he was like finding out his roots. His channel was evolving, revolving you could say, because now it's gone on to revolving around Chris Watts. Going down again, forensic teams on the Chris Watts 3 AD. They're the McCanns. Chris Watts real CSI team. AD exposes the secrets. Whatever, £16, £160 here showing the Chris Watts secret files. Yeah, I don't know, but £160. So some one of his high ones there. He done a true crime Q&A, 97. Gonna keep going back. You can slow it down once. So Chris Watts, yeah, Chris Watts £63, Chris Watts £45, Chris Watts £56. Then nothing without mentioning Chris Watts. Watts £32. Then nothing without mentioning anything to do with Watts. Then NK £70. And then it's like nothing. But then here it says it went on to Patreon. That's why. But NK goes missing from work, £50. You can see then Ghost. Oh, he got one on Ghost there, £40. He got £40 there, £42. But this is where you can see how he starts working out what's what. Because when he puts in that name, just this here, just that Watts or NK, anything like that. This, you know, this is his niche. This is what the crowd were after at this time. Now everybody's bored of it. You know, well, bored of him going on about the same thing. £11 there, Chris Watts. So it's kind of like when he went off him onto Patreon, come back, and in between them dates there was nothing going on. So yeah, NK £100. So there you go, £100. Then it went to £22. What's that? Fake coronavirus text, cover up for murdered wife, 28. But this channel at this time, AD stolen Patreon vids, did NK have a baby? £32. So then AD's metadata on DA Rourke, £97. So it's always around the Watts case where he's pulling in these bigger money. Definitely Chris Watts. Look, the name Chris Watts, 44. AD tells a story, the old story, text blah blah blah, but that's 42. Joan Bonet works out only 5 cents that day. Ah, look at this. Back on Watts case, YouTube force back on. Friday, AD tells all. So that day when he was telling people he was going to be back on straight away, his biggest amount in a long time, £193. So that was on the 8th, and he pulled that in. So then that same day he thought, blimey, I'm getting money on that day. So he does another stream and gets another 79. So you can actually see why he jumped on the Chris Watts. So this must be because he was put back, because he wrote there back on it, and he started getting on these back on the AD. So this must be just before he went off it then. So you tell me. 1640 AD metadata. That metadata seems to bring in a lot of that, don't it? And he's mentioned megadata there, £40. Even if the case, I don't know. Breaking news, £18. Breaking news, but yeah, positive. Boris Johnson gets a positive. So, but you can see this is where he started finding out those tags. You know, breaking news, exclusive, tarot cards, NK, Watts, Chris Watts. There's more, but you've seen 50,000 subscriber, amazing support, thank you. So this is on the 26th of March 2020, and he had £60 then 70, 35. You can see here, going right back. Gonna keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. £34. Wow, it's picked up again, hasn't it? Right here. Right, I just looked ahead a bit. So before I finished off on what was it, 28th of February 2021. This is going back now. We're getting to the 28th of February again, but 2020. So we've gone back another year. But we can see what changed and how it changed and when he was starting to hit the big. But this is just before he hit that 50,000 subscriber mark. So there's a long way to go to show you just when it kicked in, because apparently you got like 20,000 subs in a short amount of time or something like that, or 30,000. So probably on the next bit, the next video, we can see that big jump on here. But let's just keep going back until we hit to February last year. So we've gone by a year again. So £8 there, £40 Florida, blah blah blah. First interview with Nicole Kessinger, £33. Then £7 when it just talks about the virus. But Nicole Kessinger brought in £33. But then nothing else. He's bringing in, look at this, Boris Johnson, Jessica, you know, Corona's updates. This was when Corona started kicking in, so obviously people were searching around it for them, and he got in £62. But then it just goes straight back down, straight back down, straight back down. But we're going to keep looking until we get to the end of February again. So £22 there, the Scott Peterson case, coronavirus, £7, £37 off Boris Johnson. So you can see why he started repeating them, which we've just gone back over the last year, because at the start we can see this is why he repeated some of them, because not only did he get money on them, Boris Johnson's breaking news, now we're seeing going further back why and where it started from. So £75 there, so that's quite a lot considering, but that's an ex-SCSI officer. Explain what are what. I was going to say considering it's not a Watts case, but yeah, it's to do with the Watts case. £75. Big differences when it's talking about the Watts. I mean, look at all these really low. China, inside China, coronavirus again, but coronavirus and Boris Johnson's, you know, reporting seems to be going back here, but when he's not getting on the Chris Watts, it's coronavirus. Just when that was hitting big, we have a few times in between where it's on different things hitting big, but it's all the majority just really low, nothing compared to what we knew was after that. So going back, oh, just there, yeah, see 13, yeah, £13, and this is to do with the Chris Watts again, CW. So we can actually see this is very revealing, isn't it? So same again, the next big one, £46, was to do with the Chris Watts. So AD and biomechanical professional and analysis of the gate of CW. Night CCTV's camera. So then Tammy's lie detector, £15. We're going to keep going back for the next, we're going to go back another week then, £3. So it's all very low, very low. Chris Watts, £7. Chris Watts, £92. Pulling some big money on the Chris Watts. Chris Watts again, 41. Wow. Big difference, big difference. The next big one he had again was for this, something to do with different, I suppose. Nothing, £61, but nothing compared to when he's talking about the Chris Watts. Chris Watts, 29th of February. So this is where I'm gone. 29th of February. There are no 29 days in February, is there? So it must be just this site is going back in days rather than counting up the weeks. So this probably won't tally in leap years and all that. Do you know what I mean? So probably don't expect it to. But we're going to go back to these dates. So it was the £15 on the 29th of February, but there ain't no 29th. So that, and here's why it must have sorted itself out, because then it went back to the day before that, the 1st of March, and then back to the 29th, 28th, and we're going to finish off there. But on the 28th, it's saying here the 29th, but we know it's just this computer, just this site, it's not taking in. So it must be going on days at a time rather than week, months. You got how many days are in a month. But his last one was £158, and that was off a Chris Watts interview going back to another year on the end of February 2021. So that's what we're going to do. That's all we're doing today, going over AD. I'm going to make another video in a moment, or if not, I'll add it onto this, looking at his ratios and his ups and downs, what he's high on, what he's low on, differently to how I normally show it. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. You all take care. If you want to support the channel, PayPal in the description. Thank you on the screen. Thank you to everyone who's helped me in the past. Much appreciated. Love and respect. You all take care. Catch you on the rebound. Bye. Dum 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 dum.